Coming up, what role could artificial intelligence play in your local government? How state leaders are discussing the possibilities. And 2 Americans have been kidnapped in Haiti. What political factors officials say may have contributed to the kidnapping coming up.
And a perfect capper on the month of July out there tonight, and a nice 1st of August tomorrow. Breakdown ahead is First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
State leaders are discussing the role of artificial intelligence in local government, how AI could be used in the near future. Jessica Umbro has more.
The committee heard from members of Gartner, a government consulting firm with a focus in utilizing technology. While all committee members seemed interested in the capabilities of generative AI, some were more concerned about the safety and the unknown of using it.
One of the most compelling and complex and creative and concerning subjects before us now is artificial intelligence, or AI.
The meeting focused on teaching members about AI and its ability to expedite daily government tasks, such as handling calls with voters.
Take a tool like generative AI to take some of the pressure off, to do it right, to do it well, and to take the pressure off of the teams. That's a huge use case.
However, some questions about generative AI for government use remain, like who is responsible when it's wrong.
You're a government. You are an authority. And particularly if you're using ChatGPT, it will give one answer. If it's wrong, how does that blow back?
What the largest concern among more skeptical committee members is the uncertainty and the unknown of AI.
My trepidation and fear is that as it does evolve, that it will become self-learning, that it would develop a personality. And please don't laugh on the committee, but I watched Mission Impossible last week, and AI took over the nuclear codes.
Whether or not the committee decides to further explore using generative AI in daily tasks, there was an emphasis on the need to gradually phase it in for the use of constituents and policymakers alike. In Frankfurt, Jessica Umbro, WKYT.
And we'll have more about the use of AI coming up later tonight.
Rather a handsome day outside today. Plenty of sunshine, just fair weather clouds and comfortable temperatures region-wide. Here's the view from our Buffalo Mountain camera here in Perry County. Plenty of sunshine out there, but you can see those clouds, low bases trying to develop into showers and storms out there this afternoon. We've had a couple. You can see where they've been. It's a little cooler. In Hazard at 77, Clintonwood's at 79, Wise at 68. Contrast that just down the road in Jonesville at 88. A lot of us are in those middle and even upper 80s right now. You can see where we've had a couple of downpours and where a couple continue to develop. Zoom in right now. There's one in the northern part of Knott County. There's one just to the west of Big Stone Gap and another west of Cumberland. In fact, let's go ahead and move to the north and you'll see some areas south of McDowell and Floyd County and west of Pikeville right now, seeing a little bit of shower activity, mainly just downpours at the moment. We'll keep an eye on those through the evening. Otherwise, the next 12 hours, very comfortable. Look at that, low 60s as we wake up on our Tuesday morning for the first day of August. Steve, I'll have the very latest on when we see a return to perhaps a little warmer air in a few minutes.
All right, Evan, thank you. An urgent search is underway in Haiti for a kidnapped American nurse and her child. Alex Dorsonville works for a nonprofit organization that provides schooling to underserved Haitian students. She is married to the group's founder. Last week's kidnapping came amid skyrocketing unrest, crime, and gang violence in Haiti after the country's president was assassinated 2 years ago. CBS's Roxana Saberi reports.
My name is Alex. I'm a nurse from New Hampshire, but now I live in Haiti.
Alex Dorsonville is a nurse for the students served by the nonprofit El Roy Haiti, running what she calls a makeshift clinic to address their medical needs.
I'm so blessed to be able to know so many amazing Haitians.
The organization called Dorsonville a deeply compassionate and loving person and said she and her child were kidnapped from its campus near Port-au-Prince Thursday. According to a recent UN report, Haitian gang violence is fueling a rise in kidnappings, killings, and injuries, with more than 1,600 total incidents in the first 3 months of this year. Kidnappings alone made up nearly 400 of those crimes, a 12% jump from the previous 3 months. The dire situation prompted protests earlier this month. And last week, some desperate Haitians, among more than 165,000 driven from their homes by gang violence, camped outside the U.S. Embassy, only to be forced away by police. We don't have anywhere to stay, Melanie Limoges said. The bandits kicked us out of our home. They rape us. Even if we are old, even the little ones, they rape. Our Vlad Dutier traveled to Haiti in May as part of our streaming series CBS Reports and spoke to concerned leaders there.
Imagine yourself in Manhattan with no police, no army, no governor, no mayor. That's the same thing. It's Haitian or Americans. Why do we have to find a solution alone?
We reached out to Dorsonville's family for comment. They referred us back to the nonprofit she works for, which said it is working to secure the safe return of Dorsonville and her child. The details of their kidnapping remain unclear. Roxana Saberi, CBS News, New York.
A court in Moscow has rejected the jailed Kremlin critic Vladimir Kara-Murza's appeal against his 25-year treason sentence, the Russian state news agency TASS reported today. On April 17th, the Moscow City Court sentenced Kara-Murza to 25 years in a strict regime colony. Kara-Murza was found guilty of treason. He says his persecution is politically motivated. Kara-Murza is a Russian and British citizen and lived with his family in the United States in recent years. Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a law today imposing fines for failure to notify or ensure the presence of those who are subject to a military mobilization, or what we would refer to as a draft. According to the law, the fine for officials will range from $650 to $870 and $4,350 to $5,440 for collective entities. Putin also signed a law raising the fine to $326 for failure to appear at a draft board without a good reason. More than 700,000 Ukrainian children have been taken to Russia since the beginning of the war. That's according to a new report today. That report claims most of the children reportedly arrived with their parents or other relatives. According to the documents, about 1,500 students of institutions for orphans or those left without parental care were taken to Russia. The Kremlin has said it will be monitoring upcoming peace talks on Ukraine, expected to take place in Saudi Arabia between Kyiv and the heads of several Western and developing nations. The Kremlin spokesperson reiterated Russia's claim that it does not have any prerequisites when it comes to a peaceful resolution of the Ukrainian conflict, but accused Kyiv of not wanting peace. In a historic first, all 15 judges on Israel's Supreme Court are being convened to hear the challenge to a controversial law to strip the court of one of its powers. The judges will hear petitions against the law starting on September 12th. Although the court has 15 judges, the president of the court, the equivalent of a United States Chief Justice, can decide how many of them sit to hear any particular case. Coming up as First at 4 continues, For Real Thrift Store opened its doors in May. That's F-U-R. How the owners are trying to help animals have the possibility for a better life.
And nice weather continues through midweek. In fact, we're right in that sweet spot of the nicer temperatures. How long they last after this.